Yeah, they're all gonna say that. 57 minutes left on my phone. Yeah, but I can't picture fucking someone like Ivan, a poor bum, because look at him now. Him and his wife are famous movie stars, the most famous celebs in the world. Again, I told you, if you think Justin Timberlake is famous, Justin Bieber has like what 140 million followers on his Instagram. Well, for me, right now, I'm getting what? Probably a good 600 million to a billion views on my YouTube videos. My Sabotage channel, obviously. Victoria Justice is getting probably 600 million to a billion views on average a day because we're both God. And that's why I don't want to hear that free money bullshit because once I pay his fee, leave me the fuck alone. I'm peacing the fuck out with my wife. Leave me alone, but you can't. Which begs the question, why did you make me pay his fee to begin with? Oh, because you want to see me have sex. Yeah, I'm not stupid, man. You're not going to do me with that. Yeah, there you go. They're all gonna say, yeah, but I can't picture it. I can't picture fucking someone like Ivan, a poor bum, because look at him now. Him and his wife are famous movie stars, the most famous celebs in the world. They've seen the pictures of the red carpets, the trends of when we're hanging out, when we're on the personal and business, right? The shoots, the professional ad shoots that are featured on the website, the trailers for the doc and movies. You see the rooftop con on the dock. You see me and my wife's nice cars. I don't know. BJ has her nice convertible BMW. I have my nice Ferrari. Like we're all our nice clothes. You know what I'm saying? Our luxury jet, our luxury yacht. You'll all be seeing that in the dock, right? It'll be so hard for the new generation to believe um, um, that me and my wife were that Ivan was poor. And you guys are like, no, 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 man. Go back on YouTube. Go back on YouTube. I don't know, 20 years ago. You see the 20 years ago. What I'm saying. And go back and watch his videos. This was the poor Ivan, and they all go back and watch my old videos and VJ's live videos when she was in Hollywood, and they'll go back and watch my videos about me becoming. They might even cry, man, because it's gonna be so sad. Because you're gonna see you're gonna I don't know 28 years from now, a lot of you guys will be dead or aging. 28 years from now, the Uncharted series should be going on. When the new generation goes back and watch my YouTube videos, and you see the 28 years ago, you see 28 years ago on VJ's Instagram or Twitter, they're gonna go back. Oh my God, this is when VJ was sorry for mine when she couldn't see him when she was this trashy $7 porn star in Hollywood. This is when Ivan was poor, and now it's 20 years later. He planned his company, and now what? And now what? And now he's a billionaire with his wife, and he's a major loser. It's gonna be so weird because when you see the movies, the whole world will be seeing what me and my wife's glory. Our glory will be unveiled worldwide especially when you see the movies in the doc. And when you see those movies like Zayn, you see me kicking ass in the movie I'm badass, and you see this Ivan who was fat, who was a bum on YouTube, it's gonna be hard to believe that I was poor. Just like when you see celebrities now who are fucking famous, when you see videos when they weren't rich, it's gonna be weird seeing those videos because you're used to seeing them rich. We're looking at something three times that for me and my wife, because me and my wife, why not just millionaires? We're gonna be billionaires. Yeah, there you go. The most famous celebs in the world, the red carpets, the trends and shoots, right? Most famous celebs in the world, the red carpet. You're gonna be seeing the red carpets, the trends, the ad shoots, the ads on the website, right? You're looking at top notch ads with more like models, trailers for the dock, the rooftop condo, the cars, the clothes, the jet, the yacht. It will be so hard for the new generation to believe that me and my wife were that I was poor, and you guys will all tell them, no, 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 man. Go back on YouTube 20 years ago. Go watch his videos. This was the poor Ivan. This is the Sabbath. This is when VJ was a trashy porn star in Hollywood. Somebody from Ivan, right? They'll go back and watch my own videos about me becoming king. Sky Source, right? I'll talk about Sky Source, obviously my entertainment company. My 30-year plan, my 24-year plan, whatever it is, and they'll be like, holy shit, and my series will even be more missed. And hence why I'll continue to say this world that those crew and actors chosen for Xanax, especially the ones for Xanax, they are the lucky chosen few because not only got my pay and show the money that Hollywood ever pay, there's exceptions, but Hollywood never pay. I'm giving them perks, and they're not, and most importantly, they're not going to be left behind. They're going to get to experience the international fame with me and my wife. When I mean international fame, I mean international fame. You're looking at something worldwide. If you think Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, that was a good movie, amazing movie, by the way. If you think Star Wars Rise of Skywalker was amazing, if you think that had crazy buzz, if you think Star Wars had crazy buzz, if you think Avengers had crazy buzz, for Zane, you're looking at something 3 times. You're looking at something crazy. Because it's me and my wife's first movie, the best story ever told. That's going to be adapted. Because once they read the book, it's never going to be the same. And it's going to be build more excited for the adaptation. And it's not only the best movie ever made, it's the most badass movie ever made. Unheard of action scenes, just world building, as well as the most horrific. Me and the fellow actors, the men, are going to be fighting devils on the big screen. You're looking at a legendary story. In other words, once you finish watching the you're gonna be like, oh my god, Ivan and these actors are fucking legends. They fought the devil himself. Yeah, man. You know how the Joker? You know how when you see the Joker, if you see Batman, you know how the Joker was creepy? How the Joker was scary, he was disturbing, he was psychotic. Well, think of something like that for Eric. Eric's psychotic, but he's also demonic. He's horrifying to look upon. You're looking at something horrific, man. For Erta and for Fool and for Morale and Thesis and all of them. You're looking at doubles on the big screen, man. Yeah. And hence why I'll continue to say this, those crew and actors, they're the lucky chosen few that will not be left behind. They'll all experience the fame, right, wealth, as everyone for Skysys will be getting paid a rich salary. So the crewmen are getting $150,000. If you live in America, you'll get $110K, which is $80,000 for taxes, which is a shitload of money. As Hollywood, they don't make that. And then the ones who live in Canada will make $150K. So if you have a crewman who works in Hollywood who happens to live in Canada, because I only want Hollywood people, see those people are out, they'll can make $150K. But the ones who most of them live in the States, 110, they'll be making 110, which is a shitload of money. It's still a lot of money, obviously. So I'm still paying them more money that they'll never make in Hollywood. That's how boss me and my wife will be. And that all the crew and actors, when I mean all the crew and actors, I mean all the crew and the actors, they'll all beg me and my wife to resign because they don't want to go to Hollywood because Hollywood sucks in for skyscrapers, man. Hollywood's fucking cheap. Yeah, there you go. Hollywood's so cheap. I'm not kidding around. Hollywood's so cheap whereby they're willing to even have actors not even have a proper hygiene system. They don't even have portable showers. Some people might have showers on set. I don't know, but from what I've seen behind the scenes, they don't have showers, man. Yeah, there you go. They don't have portable showers. They probably have some cheap rinsing system where you just rinse yourself. You do a quick wash. But no, if you're filming in an environment for a long time, you need to fucking take a shower, man. Take a shower. Take a shower. Get some body wash. Scrub yourself. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm gonna need to do, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need to, because I only take on average 1 shower a day. But once I'm filming, I'm gonna take like 2-3 showers a day because I sweat like crazy. Yeah, there you go. In other words, even though the actors chosen for Zayas and their organization, we know that they will have successful careers in Hollywood. They're all going to be worth, like, I don't know, the actors who are B-list actors and rising stars. They're most likely going to rise to the smaller A-list ranks. They're probably going to be worth that 40 to like 60 million range, 70 million range around there. Some of them might be bigger and rise to that 100 million, 150 million, even 200 million range. You never know. But my point is, they're all going to be successful. They're all going to have successful careers in Hollywood, right? But even then, they would still rather work for SkySource, hence work for Ivan and VJ, because Sky is top notch quality, can pay you more money, grant you more fame, simple fame, which is much better. There's nothing better than having being simple and famous, spoil you or give you perks, and most importantly, the actors do not want to have that horrific feeling that the rest of the world, that you will have forever, which is being left behind and abandoned by the two gods, which is a shitty feeling, believe me. As Ivan and Vijay are the main show, and they're not. In other words, even though these actors know they're going to be successful in Hollywood, the reason why they're going to beg because they know, okay, even though I'm going to be successful in Hollywood, some side tension is drawn to my movies, but Ivan and Vijay are still the main show. So when the organizational trailer drops and they're promoting their movie at the World Tour, or whatever it is, they're still going to feel like shit because yeah, I'm getting paid more money. I'm in this big budget movie, but my movie feels a bit worthless because all the attention is drawn towards Ivan and VJ, and some side tensions drawn. A couple dozen million people are drawn to my movie, whereas the whole world is tuning into to Ivan and VJ's organizational movie, the trailer for that, and they're gonna feel you get that shitty feeling. Yeah, man, it's not a good feeling, man. Hence why they're going to beg. Again, for those of you who saw my begging video, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, there you go. As Ivan and Vijay are the main show, they are not. They'll get paid more money, as Hollywood can pay you more money in most cases. There's exceptions, obviously. Be famous, right? Right. The red carpet appearances, obviously. Speeches in front of thousands of. Again, in other words, once these actors are done filming Zayn, okay, during the process of Zayn's, when the actors are training in Los Angeles, there's a good chance the radio companies will even interview them during that time in pre-production, when in the second year when they're doing their weight training in Los Angeles, and after they finish filming and they go home, there's a good chance Hollywood might rent a venue and interview them, because for Zayn, you're looking at a legendary movie with they're fighting devils. You're looking at the devil himself, man. Amen. Iron and Vijay are the main show. They're not. They'll get paid more money in Hollywood. Be famous, so they'll get paid. They'll get paid more. They'll now get paid more money in Hollywood. Obviously, they'll be fucking famous. Red carpet. They'll even do a red carpet reunion in Hollywood. They're guaranteed they're gonna be giving speeches in front of thousands of people. They're gonna rent a venue of like, I don't know, 4,000, 5,000, maybe even 4,000 people, and they're gonna interview the actors. Oh, how are you excited? They're not gonna mention my name, but they're gonna obviously talk about what was the journey of Zayn. Because for Zayn, you're looking at a legendary movie. They're gonna be fighting devils on the big screen, man. You're looking at the devil himself. I tell you, once you read the book, you'll know what I'm talking about. Eric Dad isn't that scary in the book, but you'll know he's evil, obviously. You know the book's not for children. But once I adapt to the big screen, you're looking at something fucking horrific, man. You're looking at something so scary. You're going to be like, holy shit. You're going to have to invite your friends over to it. You can't watch it on your own. You need to be with someone to watch it. And if you do watch it, you're going to watch it with a light. You're going to sleep with the lights on that night, man. That's how scary Eric Dad is. Yeah. So they'll be doing speeches in front of thousands, on a world press tour even. And even then, when the organization movie starts, they'll fucking wish they could be in that movie, because you're looking. Me and my wife you're gonna finally see us in the modern times, speaking modern English. Oh, I wish I could be in that kick-ass organization movie, right? That James Bond kind of style movie. They're all gonna wish that, man. They'll fucking wish they could be in that movie, right? Like, man, I'm gonna miss working with Ivan and Victoria, but once you're in my movie, that's it. As I want different actors for all my movies. Now, for a lot of the crew, I'll be resigning. A lot of the crew, I'll be resigning for organization movie. But for organization movie, you're probably looking at 800 crewmen. So for that movie, you're looking at almost half the amount of Zanus. So I'll be resigning a lot of the same crewmen, but not everyone can come back, because there's a different amount of people for movie, right? And I want different actors for all my movies. Right, because Sky Source is a company that'll be filming one movie at a time, right? Whereas Hollywood, they do like 8 movies, 6 movies a year at a time, which I'm not into that. That's crazy. I want to just do one movie at a time, right? So I'll be assigning a lot of the same crew, like the supervisors and so forth, the architects, the assistants. However, for all my movies, I'll have a different amount of crew. Like for Zayish, you're probably looking at a good like 1,700 to 2,000 crewmen around there. The organization movie, you're probably looking at 700 to about 1,000 crewmen around there. They're unique. You're probably looking at 300 to 500 crewmen around there. So I'll be resigning a lot of the same people, but not everyone will be coming back. Only a certain percentage will be resigned. Like the only people who are going to be guaranteed resigned are the 6 team, the photographers, the graphic designers, the web designers, and a lot of the supervisors will be coming back. But the assistants, I'll not be signing. Well, not all of them will be coming back, as there's a different amount of crew for each of my movies. Right. That is why those actors will beg for Zanus, because they were saved. They got to see they won't see me spiritually, but because they see me physically. They're saved. Okay, because I'm seeing Ivan and Vijay, I don't feel left behind and abandoned. I'm a part of the experience, the fame, the wealth, everything. But then once you experience that crazy fame, that worldwide fame, even though they know they're gonna be in Hollywood, they know that once their organization trade drops, they're gonna feel left behind. They're gonna feel left out. Yeah, which is a horrific feeling. It's not a good feeling, man. And there you go, because they were previously saved. They got to see Ivan and Victoria Justice physically, while the rest of the world does not, and they're all left behind, and everything is all done behind the scenes. That's peace the fuck out world. Yeah. Right. Now, before I delve into the charity topic, I want to talk a little about. I want to talk briefly about the money in the art. Okay, because the charity topic is very fast and boring. So, so the money. So I clearly explained that the money that me and my wife will be making from Zanus. So you're looking at a good 5 to like 5.6 billion around there after taxes and Lulu. Lulu will take 40% of the print sales and they'll be taking about 30% of the ebook sales. I'll be making 70% from ebook and about 60% from print sales. Right. So clearly as I explained, the money that me and my wife will be making from Zanus, so 5 to 5.6 billion around there, after taxes and Lulu, me and her never have to work again. We could travel the world, build our Ruta, our 100 million. I guarantee you 200 justice for that Ruta economy. That's unheard of, man. Buy our jet, a 100 million Ruta economy on top of a high roof. It's fucking a dream come true, right? Buy our jet, yacht, and live the great life forever. We could buy our nice ass we can lease our nice ass cars, so get our nice clothes, travel to events, and vanish completely, and not even start Sky. So please keep this in mind, world, that Ivan and VJ do not have to start Sky Stores. The money I make from my book sales is more than enough for me and my wife to live forever. So I'm gonna keep it. Hence, that's how you know I'm a nice guy. Even after you kill me and you cause this horror message to my wife, I can easily take my wife and vanish completely to the point whereby you will never hear from you're all you're gonna see is pictures of me hanging out with my wife and me. I can live off $5 billion forever with my wife and travel the world, go to these events. So please keep this in mind. Well, that way you know I'm not playing around. So even after what you did to me and my wife, I'm so nice enough to make movies and docs for you to enjoy because, okay, even though I'm vanishing completely and I'm piecing out, it'd be nice for Ivan and Regis to put movies out for us. Yeah, that's how nice I am. In other words, I'm choosing to start Sky Source because you have no idea how badly I want to turn Zanes into the big screen adaptation. Once you read the book, you'll see what I mean. I'm telling you, I've written the novel, and if that novel was adapted into the film, you're looking at the best movie ever made, in my opinion. At the same time, it's a fucking dream of mine to star in my own big budget movie with my wife. Because neither me nor her had the opportunity because both the doors are fucking locked on both me and her. Victoria Justice obviously wished that she could be in a big budget movie. That's never going to happen because the doors are locked and she'll gain control. She can demand how if Victoria Justice was in a big budget movie and her movies did like $2 billion on average, she can demand like 50 million per movie and like 10-50% of the royalty. She's fucking powerful. Hence why they made sure the doors locked on her, whereas me, I'm free and the doors locked on me. Yeah, there you go. I'm telling you, I've written the novel. If that novel was adapted for Zanus, right, into film, you're looking at the best movie ever made, in my opinion. At the same time, it's a fucking dream of mine to star in my own big budget movie with my wife. Besides the personal stuff, like hanging out, going, clothes shopping, cruising, traveling the world, going out to dinner, vacations with my wife, I also want to act alongside my wife in our first big budget movie that we'll be producing, executive producing, right? Together, as I'm sure Victoria, being in Hollywood, obviously wanted to star in her big blockbuster franchise or movie, but both the doors were locked on me and her, on me, on her and myself, as I explained recently, right? Again, if I started Sky Source for making the money for me and my wife, then I wouldn't even write the script or direct. In other words, if I can choose to be lazy and just hire a CEO to sign all the contracts, I can have my six team do all the work, and me and my wife just focus on the acting. But at the end of the day, I'm not lazy. I want to actually put in the work. I'm not going to waste money and hire a CEO to sign a contract when me and my wife can sign a contract ourselves. It saves money. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, me and my wife will be doing slack work compared to the 16. They'll be doing way more work than us. But I want to make the calls for some of the main stuff. You might there's no point in wasting, I don't know, 10, 20 million hiring a CEO and having to do all that for you when you can do it yourself. You're just wasting money. Again, if I started Skysys for mainly the money for me and my wife, then I wouldn't even write the script. I would just, in other words, if I started Skysys was mainly to make more money and not about the art, I wouldn't even write the script. I would hire screenwriters to write my scripts. I would hire directors to direct. All I would do is focus on my acting. I would just produce and act. However, because I have a zeal and passion for my own art, I don't want anyone ruining my movie. As the last thing you want to do is have someone give someone creative control, and he or she ruins your movie. Especially writing scripts. Like hence why I want to write all my scripts. I want to have creative control for my scripts. Because your scripts are the foundation. But you can have a well known director that you can trust to direct your movie, right? Because your scripts is it's one thing to have to direct bad. It's another thing to write a bad script. Your script is the very foundation of your directing. So if you write a good script and you hire a good director, you're gonna have a good movie. Hence why I want to have total control over the scripts. I'll hire assistants to help me with the scripts, and if, the exception of Zane is all my other movies, I'll hire a director to direct the movies. Right. So, however, because I have his own passion for my own art, I don't want anyone ruining my movie. As the last thing you want to do is have someone give someone creative control, like the script, like scripts, right? And he or she ruins your movie. At the same time, the last thing you want is give financial control. Hence why I'll never give anyone financial control, never. The last thing you want to do is hire a producer and have him executive produce a movie for you, and you have creative. So in other words, it's one thing to have. It's the last thing you want to do is give up financial control and have creative control. The last thing you want to do is give up financial control. The last thing you want to do is give up creative control and have financial control. You need to have both. So okay, I want to have creative control for my movies in the sense that I have control over my scripts. At the same time, I want to have financial control in the sense that me and my wife are executive producers. Our six team are assistant producers, but me and my wife are executive producers. We have financial control, which is good. So last thing you want to do is have this guy buy something. I didn't like this. I didn't like this set piece that you bought. You need to buy proper stuff, right? Yeah, there you go. For example, I want IMAX cameras for all my movies. I don't want cheesy indie cameras. No, I want IMAX cameras. IMAX camera is the best camera in Hollywood. I want all my cameras updated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there you go. It's good to have financial control, right? Right. Hence why I want to um, write, direct, and act for Zans. But for my other movies, I'll just produce, write, and act. Executive produce because I'm only making the calls to the main, so that's it, which is slack. Because I don't want anyone ruining my movie. I don't want anyone ruining me and my wife's movies. Especially for Zayas, as Zayas is my baby, considering I wrote the book, hence one of my stuff he made. However, I'm not stupid as doing all four jobs requires help. So me and my wife will only focus on the main stuff. So the only thing I want to focus on for producing is the cameras. So me and my wife will make the calls for the cameras, the equipment for the cameras and the cameras, right? The CGI equipment, the costumes and weapons for the main actors only. The actors that my sisters have made the calls. Like you need to do the science first before you make the calls for the costumes and weapons for the actors. So they'll make the calls for that. Make the calls for that. The food and the kitchen equipment and the luxury hotel party. And the machining for the masks. And that's it. So the machining for the masks, the CGI, the camera equipment, the equipment for the camera, the food, the kitchen equipment, the hotel party, and the machinery for the mask, and that's it. And everything else my team takes care of. So the work that me and my wife are doing is slack. And then second year signing the contracts, and that's it. And everything else, we focus on the creative, like practicing our lines, obviously. Right. But hence why I'm not stupid as doing putting on many hats requires help. So me and my wife will only focus on the main stuff for the producing, while the sixth team will handle the rest. I'll have assistant producers. So they'll be my assistant producers, while me and my wife will be the execs because we're finding the movie. My script developer will co-write it with me. So he'll be my co-writer. Right. I also have to hire an assistant director to help me. I'll hire one who helped Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings, to help me direct the movie. Yeah. Help me with directing. So even though me and my wife have financial and creative control, we have assistants to help us. That is how you know that is how you know how much I value my art. At the same time, it doesn't hurt to make good profits for you and your wife's movie. So it doesn't hurt for me and my wife to make more money for ourselves, obviously. Again, for Zane's, I'll have a small. I'll have the director who helped Peter Jackson to help me. Who helped Peter Jackson, who assisted a big director. Um, right, right. You can pay him a good, I don't know, $1 million to help you. Pay him a good. I still don't know if I know. Pay him a good 900 grand. You need to watch it for your budget, man. Pay him a good 1,900,000 to help you for the 9 months. For the organization movie, I'll have a better known director. I'll have a better known director. Again, I want the director who worked on John Wick or James Bond to compete for the role. For whoever's chosen as Lucky Juice, you can pay him a nice $10 million. So you hire the director who worked on John Wick or James Bond, have to compete for the role, pay them a good $10 million to direct the movie, which is fucking nice as a director who will be helping me a lot. But I still have the final say in terms of what the financial. So I give you creative control, but anything to do with finances is the six team and me and my wife control all that. Because we're the executive producers, right? Yeah. I thought it'd be cool to read. I thought it'd be cool to talk a little about the money in the art. In my next video, right? For that movie, I'll have to hire CIA experts to help build the organizational world, and one or two to help, and one or I could maybe one to help to help me and my script developer write the script. Considering CIA is fucking complicated, and I'll probably only need to hire one assistant producer to help my six team in Italy, whatever it is. So me and my wife will have control, but a lot of help and a lot of help and input, which is very important. Now, for their unique, I'll be writing the script with my. I don't need any help for that. My script developer is enough for that. It's a love story. Now, for their unique, I'll be writing the script with my script developer. Me and my wife, as usual, will be doing the concept arts, right? Making the business calls for the main stuff only, while my team handles the rest. I won't need an assistant producer for this movie. My six team is enough because it's a smaller budget. It's a 160. Because it's at home in Vancouver, I don't need a, my six team is more than enough. I might maybe hire one. Maybe we'll see. It's way on the road, like 16. It's like what 16, 17 years from now, whatever it is. 15 years from now, yeah, a long time from now, man. Well, as usual, we'll be doing the concept arts, making the business calls for the main stuff while my team handles the rest. I won't need an assistant producer for this movie, or I might maybe need one assistant to help my 16. As their unique is a much smaller project. You're probably looking at 165 million, no, 165 million around there for their unique. But we filmed at home in Vancouver. Um, but I want the CGI or VFX artists, whatever they call them, and editors that worked on Twilight, Titanic. Those are classic movies. You can hire those people you can hire the CGI men and the editors and the cinematographers who worked on Twilight and even Titanic, to be involved in their unique project. Combine those minds, and you're looking at the best romance movie ever made. And hence why my wife's some like me, and hence why all my movies you're looking at entertaining movies, man. I know what I'm doing. Right. And that is how you know I am starting Skyscraper for the art first, and the money will come afterwards. Because if you start an entertainment company for the money first, but you don't love the art, you will most likely make crappier movies by being lazy, like giving up creative control, giving up financial control, having someone take over your script. I don't care, just write the script. Have someone take over the finances, you know what I'm saying? Have someone, you know what I mean? If you suck up more, you'll most likely make crappier movies by being lazy, giving up creative control, financial control, hoping the screenwriter or director makes a kick-ass movie. Hence, you lack the passion for art and should not have started your company to begin with. Now, enough about the money in the art. Stay tuned for that. Enough for the money in the art. Now for this boring topic: charity or giving back. Put my camera off here.